Heavenly Father, we come to this hour to invoke your divine presence at this graduation ceremony. We come presenting these grants to you. We have completed that field step. Thanks for answering their prayers for this day to come. We thank you for the leadership of this college and for the faculty and staff who poured into them the wisdom and the knowledge that they now have. We thank you for their families and friends who supported and encouraged them along the way. We rejoice with them that they would have never made it without you answering their prayers. So we pray today that you will ever be with them, for we know that every good and perfect gift comes from above. So we thank you for the gift that they now have. May your continued blessings be upon this college as they prepare students for this global world that we're living in now. May the fields that these graduates have chosen be a blessing to them as they go out into the real world where learning takes place at all times. May they seek your guidance and blessing upon everything they do. Many of them will continue to pursue further education and will need your help in going forward. May you supply their every need. Show them that you will be there for them when they need you the most. Thank you, Lord, for what you do for us. May the joy of this occasion continue to be with us. Bless everything that shall be done today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty and staff at Rockingham Community College, I'd like to welcome everyone here today to this exciting ceremony. Rockingham Community College has established a long, strong and rich tradition of educational programs, job training skills, and community services for the citizens of Rockingham County. By providing both a challenging and caring environment in which to learn, we succeed in our mission to enhance individual and community success through education. This morning, we recognize the results of those efforts. For many of our graduates, attending RCC has been a journey like no other. The pursuit of a degree, a diploma, or a certificate was complicated by hurdles in their path. Not only did they bear the responsibilities of a college student, but also the other aspects of their lives: families, jobs, and community responsibilities. However, thanks to their hard work and dedication of our faculty, these students have persevered and to see their fruition today. Graduates, you have run the race, and you have won. Be sure to thank your families, friends, employers, instructors, and others who supported and encouraged you along this path. As you leave our campus, I urge you to get involved in your community and encourage others to let them know about Rockingham Community College. Help us improve the quality of life in Rockingham County. Congratulations on your accomplishments.
Good morning. My name is Mark Kenlaw, and I'm president of Rockingham Community College. I too would like to extend my personal greetings to the audience and the graduates and welcome everyone to the 2015 commencement ceremony. This morning we are gathered to honor our students of the graduating class of 2015. This is their day. Graduates, I extend to you my congratulations, and I want to thank you for selecting Rockingham Community College to further your education. I believe I can speak for all of our faculty, staff, and Board of Trustees that it has been our privilege to be a part of your life. Before we proceed with the ceremony, I want to recognize several individuals who are here this morning to participate in our commencement. First, I would like to recognize our platform guests. I request that each of the platform guests stand when I call your name and remain standing until all have been introduced. I also ask the audience to hold your applause until the last name has been read. the Reverend Dr. Clarence Johnson, who gave the invocation and will provide the benediction as well. Dr. Lisa Chapman, Senior Vice President for Programs and Student Services and the Chief Academic Officer of the North Carolina Community College System, and this morning's speaker. Dr. Chapman will be formally introduced later. Mrs. Margaret F. Connolly, President of Rockingham Community College Foundation. Dr. Bob Loudermilk, Vice President for Student Development. Ms. Suzanne Rohrbaugh, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Tony Gunn, Associate Vice President for Facilities and External Affairs. Mr. Kevin Osborne, Associate Vice President for Institutional Effectiveness. Finally, a group of very dedicated and supportive individuals who give of their time unselfishly and their energy to Rockingham Community College, and that's our Board of Trustees. Mr. Grayson Witt, Chair. Mr. Mark Collins, Vice Chair. Mr. Sam Coates, who is not able to be with us this morning but is a valuable member of our board. Ms. Randy Judkins. Ms. Libby Madry. Ms. Melanie Peach is our student trustee, and she's not able to be here as well, but again, another valuable part of our board. Ms. Becky Price. Ms. Donna Rothrock. Mr. Tom Schoolfield. Mr. Bob Shelton. Ms. Janice Tate. Ms. Cindy Wharton. And Mr. Scott Barham, who is also a board member, was not able to join us this morning as well. Please join me in greeting our platform guest. Our platform guests may be seated. Also this morning, we are honored to have special guests with us in the audience, and as I call your name, if you would please stand. Mr. Mark Richardson, Chair, Rockingham County Commissioners, and his wife, Catherine. Ms. Nell Rose, Chair of Rockingham County School Board, and her husband, Bill. Ms. Ophelia Wright, Rockingham County School Board. Dr. Charles Perkins, Assistant Superintendent with the Rockingham County School System. Ms. Sandra Parks, Assistant Superintendent with the Rockingham County School System. And Ms. Diane Hill, Early College High School Principal. Please join me in welcoming these guests. In addition to the vice presidents and associate vice presidents who have been introduced, the college's leadership team includes academic and departmental deans whose combination of administrative tasks and teaching responsibilities contribute immensely to the success of the college and our students. I ask that each of the deans to stand as they are introduced and remain standing until we've called their names. Ms. Celeste Alice, Dean of Arts and Sciences. Ms. Laura Coffey, Dean of Workforce Development. Dr. Kimberly Clark, Dean of Health and Public Safety. Ms. Kimberly Shireman, Associate Dean of Learning Resources. Please join me in congratulating them and giving them a hand. Community colleges are characterized by their commitment to excellence in teaching and their genuine concern for students and learning. The fulfillment of that mission would not be possible were it not for a group of very competent and dedicated individuals, our faculty and professional staff. At this time, I would like to invite the members of our current faculty and professional staff to stand for our recognition and appreciation. At RCC, we recognize outstanding service to the college for those individuals who have retired by awarding emeritus status. This morning, we have distinguished retired faculty, some of whom achieved emeritus status. Emeriti are seated with our retirees and can be recognized by distinctive white stoles. These stoles, worn on their shoulders, are presented when they receive emeritus status at the college. Would all retired faculty please stand and please join me in honoring these individuals. Graduation represents a time for the celebration of many significant accomplishments, special achievements, and deserved recognition. Teaching is the essential and primary function that contributes to student learning in community colleges. Consequently, each year, Rockingham Community College selects and honors a faculty member whose teaching represents the highest ideals of teaching competence and professionalism. In addition, this honoree becomes our nominee to the North Carolina State Board of Community Colleges for Statewide Excellence in Teaching Award. This year's recipient is truly deserving. This individual teaches biology for the colleges, preparing students to enter healthcare programs or to transfer to a four-year university. I'm pleased to announce the Rockingham Community College 2015 Excellence in Teaching Award recipient, Ms. Mandy Combs. A significant and vital segment of the teaching function at the college is delivered by part-time or adjunct faculty. In addition to their teaching skills, these individuals bring valuable life and professional experiences to the classroom. The college recognizes an adjunct faculty member whose commitment to student learning are exemplary. This year's winner of the Adjunct Faculty Member of the Year is Dale Maxey, who teaches in our Electronics Technology program. Student learning and success of the college depends on the efforts of many individuals whose responsibilities are executed outside the classroom and help support the learning environment of RCC. These employees include the college's professional, technical, and support staff. The purpose of this award is to honor a staff member whose contributions to the college's mission is exemplary. The college nominee becomes our nominee for the statewide Staff Member of the Year award. I am pleased to announce the college's 2015 Staff Member of the Year award goes to Diane Heiler, Administrative Assistant to the Director of the RCC Foundation. I would now like to invite Ms. Suzanne Rohrbaugh to the podium to announce the college's Outstanding Student Award.
Good morning. I want to see some smiles. First of all, I'd like to start with our Academic Excellence Award. Each year, the North Carolina Community College System recognizes a student from each of the 58 community colleges for their academic excellence. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to a student that's been chosen for his outstanding academic performance and achievement. This year's 2015 Academic Excellence Award recipient is Michael A. Matthews. Michael has completed his Associate in Science degree with a 4.0 grade point average. He has been named several times to the President's List, has been named several times to other lists here at the College of Honor, is also a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Active as a tutor for biology and chemistry, Michael is also a dedicated and valued member of RCC's men's baseball team. And he is very much admired by his teammates for his hard work, dedication, and positive representation of the RCC athletics program. Unfortunately, Michael is unable to be with us today at this commencement ceremony because he and his teammates are competing today in the district baseball tournament. They're out of state, but they're playing for the opportunity to actually make it to the Division III National Baseball World Series for the 2-year in community colleges. The team's participation in this tournament was secured by winning the conference championship in our region 2 weeks ago. Prior to departing, Michael was presented with his Academic Excellence Award from President Kinlaw. But I wanted us to be able to recognize and celebrate Michael's accomplishment and to congratulate him on receiving this award. So please join me. Thank you. Next, it's my opportunity to present to you the Outstanding Student Award. The faculty of Rockingham Community College has selected the recipient of the Outstanding Student Award, which is traditionally presented each year at this May commencement ceremony. The recipient of this award is selected on the basis of academic excellence, their achievement, the contribution to the college community, and the potential for continued studies or perhaps occupational advancement. This year's recipient, I'm pleased to announce, is Mrs. Jennifer Hollifield Simpson. And I ask that she join President Kinlaw on stage for this presentation. Right there. In today's commencement program, you will read, or you may have already read, about Jennifer during her time here as a student at RCC. Similar to many students at RCC and community colleges everywhere, Jennifer entered her community college experience as a non-traditional student. She has spent a number of years in a career setting prior to attending RCC. The realities of the economic downturn and its impact led Jennifer to consider other alternatives, which resulted in her decision to attend RCC and begin her new career path, as she has done so with exceptionally high outcomes. Her commitment and persistence have definitely led her to the completion of her Associate in Science degree, which she will receive today. As a demonstration of her academic commitment and concern for the successful achievement of other students, Jennifer frequently organized her own study sessions on campus for her fellow students. Her academic achievements have been recognized by the receipt of various honors, including induction into our Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, the President's List for Academic Performance, and receipt of the Outstanding Associate in Science Graduate Award. What Jennifer has discovered in her time at RCC is the ability to build upon a successful educational experience that will move her forward in the pursuit of yet another degree. She plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Greensboro to study biochemistry and is considering a career in medical device sales. Jennifer has 3 children and spends abundant time with them in their busy schedule and activities, and also in her community service. She has devoted herself to her family and her academic pursuits, often sacrificing her own needs in order to support her family. Indeed, she is regarded as an excellent role model, dedicated mother and wife, and an outstanding student. President Kinlaw, it's my honor on behalf of the faculty to present Jennifer Hollifield Simpson for the receipt of the Outstanding Student Award for 2015, and with it, our congratulations and best wishes for future endeavors. Thank you, Jennifer. Now Jennifer's going to share a few words with us.
Thank you. Every day we go about our lives making choices. Some are difficult and we dwell upon them for a time before we can commit to them, knowing that the outcome will irrevocably alter us. Some are so very clear that they seem to almost not be a choice at all. Sometimes we deliberately choose not to choose. Perhaps the choice seems to be irrelevant or not worth the effort. It could be that we are busy and we don't want to be bothered, or possibly we just do not know which choice to make. We embrace our inner rebel and we declare, "Not this time." However, all along, deciding not to choose was the choice we ultimately made. Good or bad, we all live with the outcome of our choices. As I look around today, I see a room full of individuals capable of making excellent choices. If you're unclear about whom I'm speaking, I'll be glad to point them out. They're the ones wearing the black caps. Since you have all proved to be so very clever, I would like to encourage you to make some deliberate choices as you continue on your path of good decisions. Choose to be kind. We truly do not know the circumstances that those around us have been given to endure. And until we have had time to live with those circumstances, who are we to judge them for it? That is a hard lesson in life to remember. Choose to give back. I doubt that there are many people here today who can honestly say that in order to succeed in some endeavor in life, that they did not receive some type of help or encouragement to get there. And if you are one of the rare, unfortunate few who can say that, I encourage you to give double, for you truly know how impossible that journey is. Choose to believe. The only guarantee that we have in this life is that we will face adversity, but know this, we can accomplish so much more if we first believe that we can. Hope for the best. It is the foundational for this fight. Choose to be grateful. I know that this can be especially challenging when times are lean. However, this is the first step to happiness. If you need to remind yourself of what you have to be thankful for every day, then do it. It may take more than this to live a sustainable, happy life, but without it, you will not even come close. And finally, if the path before you is the best way and it leaves you feeling afraid, do it anyway. Fear of the unknown is a normal feeling. Courage doesn't mean you have no fear. It just means that even when fear is present, you choose to be brave. As with all choices, sometimes we will succeed and sometimes we will fail. It is easy to feel superior about ourselves when we have made good choices, even if our circumstances have not been particularly challenging. But oh, those failures, they can bring such sorrow. I know, because sorrow and I are acquainted. If you want to recognize sorrow, it would look like the lesser of two evils. It can be found when your back is against the wall, and it demands your peace as recompense. Nevertheless, be heartened. Failures are where you get the opportunity to be the better version of yourself. You see, it's all about perspective. Once you've experienced sorrow, you may not know exactly how something can be, but you know for sure how you don't want it to be. If you find yourself there, do not allow sorrow to become your destination, but let it become your motivation. Instead of being ashamed, be humbled. Atone if possible, and move decidedly forward, because forward is the only way out. In closing, I would like to remind you all of the words of my favorite professor, Albus Dumbledore. It is our choices that show us what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Whether or not your first choice is the best choice, overall, let it be said that you ultimately chose to be kind. You chose to give back, you chose to believe, you chose to be grateful, and you chose to be brave. Thank you again to all the professors and administration at RCC for being a part of our journey, and congratulations to my fellow graduates for a job well done.
It's my pleasure this morning to introduce our speaker, Dr. Lisa Chapman. Dr. Chapman is a Senior Vice President for Programs and Student Services and the Chief Academic Officer for the North Carolina Community College System. Dr. Chapman began her career as a biologist at the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences. She left the research field to begin her community college career at Central Carolina Community College, where she served for 27 years as a biology instructor, then chair of the Math and Sciences Department, academic dean, and eventually as Executive Vice President for Instruction and the Chief Academic Officer. While at Central Carolina, she served the cause of North Carolina's community colleges as co-chair of the Comprehensive Articulation Agreement Review Steering Committee, Curriculum Review Committee, as an executive board member of the North Carolina Community Colleges Systems College Transfer Program Association. Dr. Chapman received her bachelor's degree in zoology from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, her master's degree in physiology from East Tennessee State University, and her doctorate in curriculum and instruction from UNC Chapel Hill. She has enjoyed opportunities to serve as a presenter of state and national conferences and workshops that focus on student learning outcomes and student success strategies. She regularly serves as an evaluator for the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges and as an advisory board member and task force member of varied and national community college student success initiatives. She is also actively involved in a variety of community service roles. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lisa Chapman as our speaker.
Well, good morning again. Oh, come on, guys. we may have to do that one more time. Good morning again. Good morning. Thank you very much. I'm nervous up here. I need you guys to help me relax because I'm following Jennifer. Jennifer, where'd you go? So, you know, my fellow faculty members, you know the story of tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them? Well, Jennifer did the first part. You will find that we were thinking about some of the same things. And so if you heard it once, I might say it a little bit differently, but you'll indulge me, I hope. It's an honor to celebrate with you today. And I thank you for allowing me to be here. I love graduations. And so you heard, I've sat through a few graduations. There were 27 years. Now, I mean, we've already said it, so now you know I've been around here for a little while. But graduations are the most exciting time because we get to see so many accomplishments recognized. So you should be proud of that and enjoy this moment. And also because I've been privileged to attend a number of graduations, I know two things for sure. I know that many of you in this class have lived and accomplished so much already, even before you came to Rockingham, that I'm certain I probably need to be listening to you rather than you listening to me, and I think that was just shown to me by sitting and listening to Jennifer as well. And I also know that what's most important about this day is how you got here and what you're going to do with what you got. So with that in mind, I'm just going to remind all of us what we already know, and we've already heard once. And if you'll allow me, I'm going to use a little acronym because it helps me remember. I'd like to remind us to be brave. Now, thinking about brave leads people to think about different things. Oftentimes we think about different jobs that are inherently dangerous. Do we have anybody here who is a veteran or serves actively serving in the armed services? Raise your hand again. Thank you guys so much. How about those that help protect us every day? Anybody here serving in law enforcement or majoring in criminal justice, graduating in criminal justice? Especially in the difficult times that we have now, thank you. Thank you so much. And I also have to ask, do we have, and Suzanne will know why I do this, I have to ask if we have any firefighters here today. Good, I see one hand. Is that, thank you. That's incredibly important to me because my son is a firefighter. And so what he does every day, I tend not to focus on the details of, because he has to be brave, and Mama has to be brave, and his wife and his children have to be brave as well. So thinking about being brave leads people to focus on different things. Sometimes thinking about being brave leads us to focus on feelings that we have when we consider taking a risk or trying something new. So let me ask you guys, how many of you are graduating today with the expectation of your academic accomplishments leading to a new chapter in your life? It's exciting, it's a little scary. It's a little scary. You may already know exactly where you're going with that. You may think about where you want to go with that, and it's exciting, but it's a little scary. So you got to be brave. Well, today, as we think about being brave, I want us to focus on simply being brave enough to really make a difference. In today's world, we're constantly barraged with news about people who are making a mess of their lives and a mess of the lives of everyone around them. And we read it every day, we hear it every day, it's getting tweeted to us every minute. We just need more good people to step up and make a difference. And for me, that is being very brave. So here's what I mean. I told you I was using an acronym. The B in brave, Jennifer, is for believing in yourself. Norman Vincent Peale, the founder of Guidepost, is quoted as saying, "Believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your powers, you cannot be successful or happy." You need to believe in yourself to be happy. It's incredibly important. You know, I've found that much of the conflict in life occurs due to people's insecurities and then how we try to compensate for those insecurities. I'm very, very fortunate to have a wonderful mother who raised me to think I was special. And so I've been thinking I was special all my life. I know that not everyone was that blessed, but I'll tell you the other thing that she helped me understand. My specialness is not dependent on other people being less special. And I'm going to say that again. My specialness is not dependent on other people being less special. That's one of the most important things to think about, because when I talk about the conflict, if I have to have other people not look so good to me to feel good about myself, then we've got a problem, right? We need to believe in ourselves because of who we are and what we can do, not because of who other people aren't or what they can't do, because then everything becomes a competition. If we believe in ourselves because of who we are and have that confidence, that allows us to be happy for our successes, but also genuinely happy for other people's successes. And that just makes life more enjoyable and all of us more successful. So believe in yourself without using other people as a measuring stick. That's not necessary. I also heard, and other people took parts of my comments as well, Michael Matthews and Houston Miller are two of our graduates that have excelled academically and are continuing, I believe both of them are continuing their education going on to App State, but they're not here today because they've also excelled athletically. You guys have a baseball team that just recently celebrated as the Region 10 Division III Conference champs. You ought to be proud of that. Give them a hand. Well, you know, my children are grown. They played a lot of sports. My daughter played softball in college, and one of the things I readily recall is that coach conversation after the games, and I recall the coach conversation after the wins, and I recall waiting forever for the coach conversation after the losses. And I'm assuming that a big part of the reason that this baseball team is conference champs isn't because of how poorly other teams played, but it's more about how well your team played, right? And when coaches are talking to players after the loss, they're not talking about what the other team did so well, right? They're focusing on what we need to do better, and so we need to focus, again, believing in ourselves, but recognizing it's our responsibility. So believing in yourself means trusting in your strengths, not relying on other people not to bring their A game, or even worse, hoping that they don't. You know, sometimes we need to learn how to lose, don't we? It's wonderful when everybody gets a trophy, and I finally put some of them away, but I have shelves of trophies that my children got for participation. And I was a proud mama at every one of those events. Just want you to know, I've got all the photos of that, and I kept all the trophies, obviously. But you know, what's important is that they had to understand the difference between just participating and winning or losing, because if we don't learn how to lose, then the first time that happens, we don't handle it very well. So it's just as important to recognize, as we talked about, right, learning from some of those failures and helping it make a difference. You guys have accomplished a lot to get here today, so believe in it and believe in yourselves. The R in brave is for remembering we'd had help getting here. And again, I think we already talked about that. While believing in ourselves is essential, none of our successes have come without the assistance and support of someone else. And we need to recognize that, and we talked about paying it back, and I'm going to say also paying it forward again and again, because not only does it help others, it feels really good. When you do something like that for somebody else, and you do it because you want to do it, not because Mama told you to do it, right? But because you want to do it, it feels great. And with that, it leads me to say that the A in BRAVE is for appreciation. Is Josh Hanks here today? Josh not here today? There he is. Josh, I read something about you, and I hope it's okay if I share it. I believe you're earning or have earned your AAS in electrical engineering. And one of the things that you shared is that you've had a great internship experience. You also said that your instructor, Anthony Edwards, was very instrumental in providing that opportunity for you. Is Anthony here? So, Anthony, thank you. And Josh has already thanked you. He's shown that appreciation. You know, that's important to recognize how valued to him that appreciation is. So you heard I majored in biology and had some physiology. You guys have your instructor of the year as the biology instructor. How many of you here are in health sciences? Took anatomy and physiology. Loved that course, didn't you? Greatest course in the world. Isn't it one of the greatest courses in the world? Look at that. Whenever I had a student come back and show some appreciation, I can't tell you how much more that meant than any of the other things I did. So when we show that appreciation, it's incredibly important. Don't underestimate the value of that. It means so much to take the time to share that with the people that have supported you. So the other thing you might have heard is that I bleed Carolina blue. Tar Heels? Anybody a Tar Heel fan here? Okay, look, yay, all right. I bleed Carolina blue, and I will tell you that I am a huge respecter and fan of Dean Smith and the life he lived. I graduated my undergraduate degree in 1982, and that was the magical year that Michael Jordan shot. I said that to a group the other day, and they didn't know what I was talking about. That scares me just a little bit, but I'm going to try to keep reminding people of that. Dean Smith was a phenomenal coach, and even people that aren't Carolina fans recognize that. But he was an even greater mentor, and a big part of what he taught his players was how to be a great team member, which included showing appreciation for the team member who assisted you. You remember what he had the players do? Right? They point, right? I'm guessing that some of you have people here today that have assisted you. So I'd like to ask you to take about 15 seconds to stand up and point to them and thank them. So as you acknowledge, I just want you to be able to get up and stand just for a minute too. Those soaps are a little close, I know. As you are acknowledging who've helped you, always value what is most important. So that's the V in BRAVE. Focus on what is most important and don't let the distractions of all the stuff and stresses of life steal the joy of what you value. And it is easy to do. In fact, I hate to tell you how many times I have to remind myself of that. And I believe we were discussing that on the way in. She asked me what I do for enjoyment, and I had to stop and think. That's not a good thing. So make sure that you value what you do and do what you value. And remember what's most important. If we focus, I mentioned the folks that are making a mess. If we always focus on that and get distracted by that, we miss so much, and we miss so many opportunities. So remember, value what you do. And finally, the E in BRAVE is for expecting a lot of yourself. You guys clearly have tremendous talent, or you wouldn't be here today. Use that talent and persevere. Is Sharice Neal here today? She's going, what's she going to say about me? Sharice, I believe you shared that your journey has included bumps along the way and challenges. Interesting challenges that you cherish, as a matter of fact. And again, Jennifer talked a little bit about those challenges. So it took you a little bit longer than you planned, but you not only persevered, you plan to continue on and further your education. Just like Sharice, you all have worked to accomplish your current goals. Just don't stop. Whatever your next steps or whatever you're doing, expect the very best from yourself. How many of you ever, here I'm going to show my age again, how many of you have ever watched Little House on the Prairie? Go ahead. Come on, guys, raise your hands. I know you did. Little House on the Prairie. Laura Ingalls Wilder. So I confess, I watched the show, didn't read the books. But Laura Ingalls Wilder is quoted as saying, "Every job is good if you do your best and work hard. A man who works hard stinks only to the ones that have nothing to do but smell." So be brave. Believe in yourself. Remember how you got here. Appreciate and show your appreciation. Value what is important and expect a lot of yourself. I'm so proud of each of you. Congratulations and God bless.
I would like to ask Dr. Chapman to come back up to the podium so that I can present her a gift for being here today and for spending some time and making her comments for our graduates. And this is very reflective of our college here, and I think you will enjoy this as you in your work.
Thank you so much.
I now invite Vice President Rohrbaugh and Vice President Loudermilk to join me to assist with the conferral of the degrees and presentation of diplomas.
President Kinlaw, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you these candidates for graduation. I certify that these persons have fulfilled the graduation requirements for their respective programs of study as prescribed by the college and the North Carolina Community College system, and recommend that you confer upon them the certificates, diplomas, and degrees for which they have qualified.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rockingham Community College and under the statutes governing community colleges in the state of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate certificate, diploma, or associate degree with all of the rights, honors, responsibilities, and privileges pertaining thereto as graduates of Rockingham Community College. With the exception of the first row to my left, the graduates, I guess they all supposed to stand. With the exception of the first row to my left, I'm going to ask the rest of the graduates to now be seated. And the graduates will come forward as they are directed and names are called. The chair of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Grayson Witt, will greet each graduate. Each graduate will also receive an RCC pin from the Rockingham Community College Foundation presented by Ms. Peggy Connolly. Please note that some graduates are receiving certificates and diplomas or diplomas and degrees. Individual names are called at the time the graduate receives the higher of the credentials. I ask the audience to respect the solemnity of this ceremony and treat all graduates with dignity and respect during this aspect of the ceremony. Please refrain from outward expressions that may cause the next graduate's name not to be heard. Because space is limited, and in order not to impede the movement of graduates, we ask family and friends not to come forward to the front for photographs. Now let the graduates come forward as directed.
President Kinlaw, these are the recipients of certificates. Computer Integrated Machining, Essential Computer Integrated Machining Fundamentals. Christopher Dale Marshburg. Cosmetology, Paris Shanice Brown. Caitlin Danielle Fain. Kelsey Brooke Holland. Rachel Elizabeth Owens. Shauna Nicole Thompson. Medical Office Administration, Medical Office Billing and Coding, Tricia Danielle Knight. Christy Nicole Thomas. Phlebotomy, Monique Michelle Branch. William Thomas Butts. Rebecca Louise Edwards. Casey Shane Hernandez. Sharon R. Overby. These are recipients of diplomas. Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Technology, Durrell Keith Brummett, graduating high honors. Jesse Robert Hodges III, high honors. Robert Raymond Sharp, honors. Cosmetology, Sharika Long Dalton, Dean's List. Francis Spencer Estes, high honors, 4.0. Industrial Systems Technology, Sharon Denise Galden, Dean's List. Thomas H. Neighbors II. Bruce Sharp O'Daniel, honors. Practical Nursing, Logan Renee Whitley. Surgical Technology, Tate Jordan Andrews. Ashley Nicole Baker. Krista Kreger. Victoria Jerry Ray Friddle. Thomas W. Jurison. Samantha Nicole Martinez. Martha Lou Ratliff. Jamie Nicole Smith. Brooke Nicole Roberts, Phi Theta Kappa. Karen M. Warren. Caitlin Marie West. Chelsea Elizabeth White. Brittany Joanne Willis.
Sierra Bryn Winter. Jenna Ray Woods. These are recipients of the Associate in Applied Science degree in Accounting, Destiny Faith Isley. Roseanne Bernadette Lentz, Dean's List. In Brewing, Distillation, and Fermentation, Equipment, Packaging, and Maintenance, M. Keith McDonald, Phi Theta Kappa. Business Administration, Glenna Marie Granberg. Kara Lynn Graves. John Matthew Ramey, High Honors. Computer Information Technology, Larry Dale Hendren, High Honors. James Roderick Winchester. Computer Integrated Machining, John Elbert Coleman III, High Honors. Joey Lane Martin, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. William Austin May, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Maria Medrano Castro. L. Mark Roberts, Dean's List. Bryson Shane Walker, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Criminal Justice Technology, Audrey Jean Britt. Kristen Taylor Colley. Maria de la Luz Delgado Alarcon. Joshua Odell Evans. Kelsey Shea Fitch, Dean's List. Jennifer Michelle Grubbs, graduating with high honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Joseph Robert Rohrer, honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Tiffany Elizabeth Royster, honors, Sigma Kappa Delta. In early childhood education, Chelsea Love Mabe, Dean's List. Celeste Monique Morris, honors. Leah Carol Newnham, high honors. Good job. Karen Elizabeth Reynolds. Electrical Electronics Technology, Enrique Mora Cervantes. Jeremy Floyd Pruitt. Tasha Lynn Tilley, high honors. Electronics Engineering Technology, Jesus Alberto Aldame Nahera. Jordan Joseph Chilton. Joshua Tyler Hanks, high honors. Wendell D. Hall, honors. Dekevan Malik Shuff. Joshua Bradley White.
General Occupational Technology, Michael J. Knight. Horticulture Technology, Jennifer R. Altizer, Phi Theta Kappa. Elizabeth Roxanne Moxley. Medical Office Administration, Logan Victoria Coleman. Sydney T. Doyle. Ruth Lee Hazlett, High Honors 4.0. Cheryl Elaine Carlick. Kayla Danielle Moore. Annette K. Pruitt, Dean's List. Jerry Ann Baker Smith. Brooke Sierra Washburn. Nursing, Lisa Catherine Bullens, Sigma Kappa Delta. Killian Avery City. Crystal Lee McGibbony. Brandy Leah Ray. Cecily Clark Shropshire. Office Administration, Brandy Lee Altsizer. Donika Renee Quick, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Will the next row of graduates please come forward? Okay. Respiratory Therapy, Ashley Dalton Barham, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Kimberly Denise Caldwell, Honors. Anna Marie Schroplivy, Honors. Charmaine LaShawn Cox Ingram, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Kwazi Opoku Donkor. Alexandria Lynn Geyer, High Honors. Nancy Campbell Hall, Dean's List. Ebony Dawn Price, Dean's List. With the next row of graduates, please come forward. Jeremiah Johnson Scott. Jamie Chilton Silva, Honors. The candidates for the Associate in Arts degree, Heather Nicole Alvarado, Rachel Dawn Amick, Phi Theta Kappa. Stacy Lee Arrington, High Honors, Sigma Kappa Delta. Allison Beth Atkins. Shaquay R. Bailey. Sean Leanne Bacus, High Honors, Sigma Kappa Delta. Joseph Nathaniel Barnes. Sydney Ann Belton, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma. Daniel James Bybee. Jacob Daniel Bowman. Jonathan Tyler Bowman, Dean's List. Michael Breeding, High Honors 4.0, Sigma Kappa Delta. Stephen Cody Clausen, Honors, Sigma Kappa Delta. Kelly Mae Cochran. Tabitha Lauren Dean, High Honors 4.0. Wesley Aaron Dunlap. Anna Maria Gibson, High Honors. Rachel Lee Griffin. Nicholas Deshawn Hairston. Raven Chante Hairston. Lauren McClellan Hanf, Phi Theta Kappa. Holly D. Hockett, High Honors, Sigma Kappa Delta. Rebecca Lane Hooker, Honors, Sigma Kappa Delta. Catherine Louise Emler. Emma Caroline Jones, High Honors. Jordan Ross Jones. Jasmine Monet Lewis. Jalen Tavon Lowe. Holly Melanson Martin. Jonta Devon Martin. Jacob Seth Matherly. Chandler Dalton Mayo. Maisha Julia Meadows. Dylan Paul Moore, Honors. Sharice Marissa Neal, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Rita Louise Norman. Sylvia Lorraine Powell, Dean's List. Kelly Elaine Price. Christopher Lee Purdy, High Honors. Justin D. Quisenberry. India Brown Robertson, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. April Salvador. Caitlin Marie Shelton. Laura Lee Shoemate, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Robert Evans Smith, Dean's List, Sigma Kappa Delta. Sarah Marin Steinbeck, Dean's List, Sigma Kappa Delta. Jacob Lee Strader. Dylan Hope Vaughn, Honors. Bailey Dodd Williams, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Morgan Elizabeth Williams. Bethany Faith Wright. The candidates for the Associate in Fine Arts degree: Julie Rose Friddle, High Honors, Sigma Kappa Delta. Katie Eliza Isabel Nance, Dean's List. Jesse Tyler Shelton, Honors. Joshua Daniel Shelton. James Carl White, Honors. The candidates for the Associate in Science degree: Chandler Crowder Everett, High Honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Brenner Dale Paul Harris. Dwayne J. Moten II. Victoria Grace Ortiz, Sigma Kappa Delta. Jennifer Hollifield Simpson, High Honors 4.0, Phi Theta Kappa. Caitlin Nicole Toller.
Would the 2015 RCC graduating class please stand? Graduates, the tassel on your mortarboard is currently on the right, which is the traditional location for students who have not completed their degree. Now that your degree has been conferred, you may now turn your tassel so it is on the left of your mortarboard. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Rockingham Community College class of 2015. Please stand and applaud our graduates. Now the Reverend Dr. Clarence Johnson will now come and offer the benediction, and following the benediction, I would ask everyone to remain standing at your places until the recessional has concluded, and I'll also remind you that there's a reception in the Student Center following our ceremony.
Receive this benediction. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord have his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious and give you peace. Amen.